y'all, it's Kimberly here. Earlier this morning I posted a video with my migraine crisis. My migraine is gone. Took a lot of ibuprofen and I just had to stay indoors, out of the light as much as possible. After I made that video, I just covered up my head and went back to sleep, tried to sleep it off, and it was a migraine. It wasn't from my blood sugar or anything like that, I figured out, and it might have had a little bit to do with my caffeine addiction maybe, but it was mostly just a migraine, I think. And it took me most of the day to get over it. I did eat something. I think I ate some chili earlier. Yeah, chili. And then I just went back to sleep, and then when I got up, I was real groggy. I still feel a little groggy, a little off, but at least the migraine's gone. And I went to McDonald's just to get a burger or something, just to eat some protein or something, just to try to get myself back on track. And usually after a migraine at night, I can kind of function a little bit better. It has to be dark. And I got this light here because it's really dark out here, and sometimes I use the light from my my car. Well, I bought this little light right here. I don't even want to show it. It is so bright. I had to diffuse it with a napkin. It's one of those clip-on selfie lights. I got it at Walmart for like less than $5, and it is super bright. It really works. I mean, this is how bright it is. I don't want to shine it in my eyes because I don't want to trigger another migraine, but I'm trying to hold it to the side, but that's what all that glare is right there on the side there. But I'd been wanting to do a video about Lady Gaga's dogs. Her dog walker was shot in the chest. His name is Ryan Fischer. I think he was shot twice in the chest, and amazingly he survived it. Just amazingly he survived that, and at close range. And he's in the hospital, and he seems to be doing pretty stable now, what I understand. It was critical at first, but I think they've got him stabilized pretty good. And I have to say to him, he fought for those dogs. He would not let go of those dogs. He put his life on the line to save those dogs, and he was screaming like in agony, like this is before he got shot, because he was screaming like a mother would scream about a child being ripped out of her arms, and he was screaming in the same way. He really, really cared about those dogs, and he really devoted himself to those dogs, you can tell. And unfortunately, because he would not let go, they shot him. And he was employed by Lady Gaga because she wanted him to... He worked for a number of celebrities before, and he had a lot of good recommendations because of the way he treated dogs, and he was really good with them. And she wanted him just for herself, and so he moved to Los Angeles just to be her only... that she was his only client, I guess you could say it that way. And he really proved himself, taking, 2 bullets for those 2 dogs. I think their name is Koji and Gustav. And Lady Gaga put out a $500,000 reward, $500,000 for return of the dogs, no questions asked. And I think the dogs were taken yesterday, maybe yesterday or a day and a half ago. I'm not real sure, but today the dogs, just a few hours ago, the dogs were found tied up to a pole, and amazingly nothing happened to them. That was so dangerous. They're, very little small dogs, and, anything could have happened to them. But the dognappers tied them to a pole and left them there, and a lady, Good Samaritan, found them and she went to the police department and turned them in, and they've kind of assessed that she had nothing to do with the kidnapping or dog napping, and that she is most likely going to get that $500,000 reward. And I have to say she deserves it, especially if she had nothing to do with it. And she immediately returned them to the police department. So, she's probably going to get the reward. And I just hope that what they say, they, made a statement saying they didn't believe that she had anything to do with it. I hope so. And I hope they do, a little investigation just to make sure, because this is such a sketchy deal, for those dogs to be stolen and then, they're released, tied up to a pole, and she finds them. And I'm not that I want to say I'm not doubting. I mean, I'm not going to use that word. Just, to make sure, absolutely make sure. I mean, I'm sure they are doing some little investigation just to make sure, because that's a lot of money to change hands. And it's a crime, because the dog walker was shot. They intended to kill him. When you shoot somebody in the chest, you're intending to kill somebody. That's a kill shot. And amazingly, he survived. I mean, that's just utterly amazing. And hope he gets well, hope he recovers soon, and hope he gets back to taking care of the dogs. And I'd have to say, if I was that wealthy and it happened to my dogs, I would do the same thing. I would have, but I also think that maybe putting a reward out for the people who shot, any information for who shot the dog walker, I think that should be done too. I mean, she can afford it, and the guy put his life on the line for her dogs, so I don't think that there's nothing unfair or that's too much to ask for. I really don't. And she did get her dogs back. And she's in Italy right now, and she was, I guess, on tour, or I don't know. I don't know if she got stuck there from COVID or if she was working there, because Italy was they were one of the hot spots of the pandemic, so I don't know for whatever reason she's there, I don't know. And actually, I think she may have family there. I think her grandmother is Italian. I don't know. I don't know. Don't take my word for that. I don't know. I just remember hearing something about her grandmother's last name, and I thought it was Italian. I don't know. But thank goodness, she got her dogs back. And I had really wanted to make this post, the day that it happened, but I was so busy, and I was trying to get I'm just learning how to edit and trying to work on my editing skills, and I don't know, just this morning I was feeling so horrible, and I'm just not coming out of it. I'm still a little groggy and I feel a little weird. And my dog was trying to stick right next to me when I made a TikTok with him, because he was like laying on my legs. He knows that when there's something wrong with me. I have this dog that is amazing. He's very sensitive to how I feel and my health and everything. He knows that when I'm having when my blood sugar's down, he gets right up in my face and he starts breathing in my mouth or smelling my mouth or whatever. And he didn't do that today, so I kind of was thinking it wasn't my blood sugar that was going down. And my head was hurting so bad, and he knew it, and he could tell by the way I was acting and just the way I was. I guess the sound of my voice and the way I was acting. And he stuck right by me. He has this habit of sometimes he'll lay on my legs, like sometimes we're on the couch, and he's kind of big, so he still tries to sit in my lap and stuff like that. He's a real cuddle bug, and he wants to be held and petted all the time, and he weighs like 90 pounds or something. And he was like grabbing my hands, he wanted, like, he wants me to touch him or pet him a lot of times, and he'll grab my hands. And he was doing that, so I made a TikTok. It was really cute, and I think a short. I made a short. I'm going to try to put it on TikTok, I think, too. I think I'll do that later. But, he really senses when there's something wrong with me, and he just stuck by my side. And so I know how Lady Gaga feels about her dogs. The same way I feel about mine. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make that video, because I was hoping nothing would happen to those little dogs. They're so defenseless, and so, you know, they're really small, you know, and it was just really heart-wrenching to me. And hopefully that dog walker, I hope he gets better. Hope everything's okay with him. And okay, well, I'm gonna sign off now. I'll get back. I'll make another video, and thank you so much.